Welcome back to the news at 10. Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano has announced a partnership with the United States in 4 key areas of its development for the state. The sectors, which the government describes as the enablers, include agriculture, trade and commerce, oil and gas, and industrialization. The governor revealed this plan after a closed-door meeting with the United States Consul General, John Bray. According to Governor Obiano, another meeting where the two parties will carefully study the proposed details of the agreement has been scheduled. The U.S. Consul General gave some hints on why the U.S. government may be interested in such a collaboration.
We discussed various things, how the United States can assist Anambra do more in our key areas, in agriculture, in trade and commerce, in oil and gas, in our industrialization efforts. We also took some of my enablers, things on waste management, the assistance to schools and scholarships and what have you. So very fruitful deliberation.
I am very, very impressed, number one, with the quality of the roads. Believe it or not, they are not like this everywhere in Nigeria. I am also quite impressed with the improvements in the security environment which have come into place with the current government. I first became exposed to Anambra a couple of years ago when there were a variety of problems with American citizens here, and I'm very confident of the team that's in place here and how they're working together.
With security gradually being restored in Yobe State, northeast Nigeria, the state government is focusing its energy on other areas. One area that the government is looking at is the immunization of children against the deadly polio virus. To achieve this, the government has inaugurated a task force that will drive the state's routine immunization programs.
The Yobe State government has inaugurated the Immunization Task Force Committee to ensure comprehensive coverage of all local government areas in the state. The Deputy Governor, Abubakar Aliyu, also blames the low level of immunization in the state to the activities of the Boko Haram insurgency.
The negative health and social impacts of the insurgency include displacement of people from their usual place of living, thereby resulting in increased exposure to diseases, harsh weather conditions, and poverty, all of which predispose them to a state of ill health and poor well-being, among other social conditions.
The Executive Secretary of the Yobe State Primary Healthcare Management Board, Dr. Hawa Goni, reveals that the state has one of the lowest coverage rates in the country, with 40% of deaths of children under the age of 5.
Yobe State has one of the lowest immunization coverage in Nigeria and has the second lowest coverage rate. This is by the National Demographic and Health Survey that was done in 2013. The underlying factors that result in the low coverage include frequent vaccine stock outs at the LGA and health facility levels, severe cold chain storage equipment gaps such as refrigerators, vaccine carriers, cold boxes, and so on.
For total eradication of polio and other childhood diseases in the state, the Deputy Governor has instructed the committee to improve on campaign at community and ward levels, and also promised the state government support towards ending all preventable diseases in the state.
Striking medical laboratory scientists at University of Benin Teaching Hospital have clashed with officials of a private company allegedly hired by the hospital management to provide laboratory services. The lab scientists are demanding that the hospital abide by a court judgment regarding their welfare, proper equipping of laboratories, and a better working condition. However, the management of the teaching hospital insists that all the workers' demands have been met.
3 weeks since the medical laboratory scientists at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital UBTH resumed their work to rule action, which began in December last year. And with the action still on, the leader of the striking laboratory scientists, Dr. Abdulaziz Olumoye, has pointed accusing fingers at the management of UBTH for planning to scuttle their industrial action.
it is unacceptable by us because it is not the norm that a private outfit will come into a government hospital as this to come and be carrying out their activities. Rather, we will have expected that the patients will assess laboratory investigations in the hospital when our grievances are attended to. But that is not the case now.
And as if to prove his point, Dr. Olumoye and members of his union stormed a makeshift facility being used as medical laboratory within the premises of the UBT. This is manned by personnel from outside the system.
If we had any dispute with our management, I will expect that it is how to resolve it that is the issue. We are not saying any, look, I'm not ready to discuss anything. Please pack your things and go now.
Although the management of the hospital was not available to state his case concerning the new twist, the deputy chairman of the Medical Advisory Council in an earlier encounter insisted that a strike by the workers leaves much to be desired.
They complain about interns not being appointed. The day we met, that same day, the same day, gave permission, the list was released. On Friday, by Monday, they commenced a strike. These embassies complained that some promotion letters were withheld. In the spirit of making peace, we negotiated, we had a meeting with the CMD. In his very magnanimous nature, he said, go ahead, release the promotion letter. That was done. To say the least, I'm most disappointed that they actually went on this strike, or walk to road, they call it.
For now, the issues raised by the striking laboratory scientists are yet to be resolved. It is expected that all the parties concerned will sheath their swords and embrace dialogue in the interest of the general public.
The British Council has recognized some Nigerian alumni of British universities who have excelled in their various fields back here in the country. At an award ceremony put together by the Council, the British High Commissioner, Mr. Paul Arkwright, said the recognition is necessary because Nigeria needs the contributions of the awardees at this period.
The evening started with a cocktail where the host and the guests mingled, networked and caught up. The evening was the inaugural Education UK Alumni Awards in Lagos, organized by the British Council in Nigeria.
It's not just about furthering your own aspirations, furthering your own careers, giving yourself a step up the ladder as a result of an excellent British education. It's about what you can do back here in Nigeria, what you can do to help your country. At a time, we all have to admit, which is a difficult one, at a time when there's an economic crisis in this country, and at a time when it is even more important for Nigerians educated overseas to return to Nigeria to give something back.
Representing the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, at the occasion, Senator Babafemi Ojudu encouraged UK universities to establish campuses in Nigeria.
It's unfortunate that I schooled in Ife, I had my postgraduate in the University of Lagos, and I'm a bit nervous today sending my children to those places. It shouldn't have been so, because by now those schools should have measured up with the best schools in the world. But that is where we find ourselves. We are trying to improve the situation, but it's going to take time. While we are waiting, Coventry, Lancaster, East Anglia, all of you to try and come in here and have your campuses.
The 11 finalists were divided into 3 categories. First, the Entrepreneurial Award with 3 finalists of UK university alumni who are active in initiating or contributing to innovative new business opportunities with strong growth prospects, was won by Gbolahan Fabure. The Social Impact Award, with 5 finalists, acknowledges the UK university alumni who've made an exceptional contribution and commitment to creating positive social change and improving lives. And that was won by Chika Chukwumerije, and the Professional Achievement Award, with 3 finalists recognizing UK university alumni who've distinguished themselves through exemplary leadership and achievement in the professional industry, demonstrating highest level of integrity and character, was won by Channels Television's Mark Ogun.
Daddy, this is to your best investment decision, that investment decision you took how many years ago? Thank you very much. And also to the memory of my late mother. And also, I cannot forget the platform that has given me that shine, Channels Television. I have to say thank you to them. And also to British Council. This is a very lovely idea. Thank you so much. I'm most grateful.
The 2016 Education UK Alumni Awards received more than 800 applications from alumni of 110 UK universities.
Well, congratulations to Channels Television's Maokwe Ogun and other awardees. Now, the Committee of Deans of Engineering Technology of Nigerian universities is asking the federal government to increase funding for faculties of sciences and engineering in tertiary institutions. They made the appeal at a meeting with the Minister of Science and Technology and also talked about encouraging the study of sciences among school children. Chairman of the committee, Professor Emmanuel Ajab, also recommended a subsidy for science textbooks and other learning materials. The Minister of Science and Technology, Ogbonnaya Onu, gave an assurance that the federal government will work towards implementing some of the suggestions.
I've listened attentively to all the things you said. We will look at them, and the ones we feel will be beneficial to our country, that will work for the common good of the nation. Yes, definitely we will find ways to make sure that those are implemented. But we want to assure you that the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology will work with all Nigerians.
The Minister of Science and Technology, Ogbonnaya Onu. Let's go over now to our business studios, and Adeshawa Josh is standing by with the day's business news.
Thanks a lot, Harriet. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Business News. The Pension Transitional Arrangements Directorate has clarified that it's just ended PENCOM verified next of kin validation exercise for parastatals pensioners will ease payment processes to beneficiaries. According to the Director General, Ms. Nelly Meshak, the validation exercise is structured to help update details of pensioners next of kins already verified between 2008 and 2012.
The money has been released by the government, not yet to PTAD, so we don't have the money yet. But we want to make sure that when the funds are released to PTAD for payment, that we are ready. Now, if people have been captured so long ago, it is very possible that their bank accounts are no longer current. We don't have telephone numbers to contact them. We don't want a situation where the money now comes, we pay it, and the next of kin does not get the money. So what's the point? So we had to put our heads together again and say, let's quickly go around the country and gather them together and make sure that we have their current details for payment. So what we are gathering is now whether they are qualified for the pension. No, that has been done before. What we want to make sure is that the details for payment, especially the account numbers, are current, so that when we pay, they get the money.
The Nigerian equities market ended the week upbeat, posting its highest weekly gain in 2016, courtesy of an impressive full-year earnings released by Dangote Cement on Tuesday. The all-share index increased by 6.57% to 25,820.1. Market capitalization also rose to 8.88 trillion naira. However, volume traded slumped by 67.01% to 1.47 billion shares, valued at 7.99 billion naira, and traded in 15,743 deals. Market breadth turned positive with 35 gainers against 24 losers. Percentage-wise, Tiger Brand, United Capital, and Africa Prudential registrars were the top 3 gainers for the week. On the flip side, Forte Oil, FCMB, and Kono were the biggest losers. And the Naira is expected to find some level of stability as currency speculation appears subdued. The local currency weakened by 0.65% to 321 Naira to the greenback yesterday at the parallel market. The Central Bank of Nigeria has maintained the official rate of 197 Naira 50 kobo on the official interbank market. Traders believe the Naira will continue to trade within the prevailing band as long as buyers are not willing to pay more for the available dollars. The Kwara State government is to attract 30 billion Naira worth of investments in manufacturing, power, health, energy and aviation through public-private partnership between now and 2019. Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed disclosed this in Ilorin while performing a groundbreaking of the Hub Office Suites and multi-use store project of Harmony Investment and Property Development Company Limited, a subsidiary of the state government.
As a state is to attract investments worth 30 billion naira through public-private partnership in key sectors such as manufacturing, power, health, energy, aviation, and the rest between now and 2019. We also estimate about 1.5 billion naira worth of new investments in our solid minerals is expected within the same period. I must, however, state that these projected investment inflows depend on critical success factors such as federal government policy consistency, a stable monetary climate, and of course the appropriate incentive regime.
Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed. That's all on Business News tonight. The news at 10 continues in a moment. I'm Adeshewa Josh.
Next on the news at 10, football lawmakers approve live trials for video technology to aid referees. That's on Sports News. Do join us again.